We're waiting for this first whistle.
And we got a special whistleblower for Pabst Blue Ribbon there. And they are off. Scald Evil navigating the front wall there. Nice hit from number 888, Brawlin' Angel here, and holding off with number 45, Dollar Rocket.
And number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, just pushing her way through and getting lead jammer.
Very nice. Number 16, 18, 19, Bell Right Hooks with a hit, but Scald Eagle number 50 gets around the outside for her initial pass. No points yet.
Bad's doing a great job right now, trying to corner number 2, French Tickler. Lulu's, I think, going to be picking up 3 and calling off that jam before Skull could come through.
She shrugged off a great hit from number 73, Frankenherder, as she was going through that outside straightaway. She's going to start off first blood, Bay Area, 3-2-0.
Wow, we're already seeing Rose City kind of switching things up and kind of moving more towards the pivot line. You'll see interesting how Bad takes this, and who we have on the line as good old number 32 Knock Knock for the Bay Area Derby girls, and I believe
that is number 77, Much Mayhem.
Now, I'm wondering, is this something, because Much likes a little bit of a runway, but look, we're watching number 32, Knock Knock, pushing that pack, and boy, she's just a powerhouse, pushing all the way through, as Taxi Scab would give me a hard time there of just that really powerful jamming.
Well, you see a quick switch to offense from Rose City as they get out, and Much Mayhem getting right around Amanda Jambinini for her initial pass.
And number 32, Knock Knock, right back onto the pack, smashing through, coming around, getting her 4 points and calling that off. I think it's going to be 7 for Bad, 0 for Rose. Pretty quick jams right out of the gate. And
that's a trick about offense, is resetting to defense. Be ready for that. That offensive play is really dangerous if you can't get right back on the defense right as we saw right there. Knock Knock able to take advantage of that, get through, and get those points really quick for her.
And I believe that's number 10, Huxin, out there to jam for the first time for Bad, and both packs, full compliments. Really interesting.
Yeah, so far. And number 50, Scald Eagle jamming for Wheels of Justice.
I think that's 1889 Bell Star really kind of giving her the evil eye as number 10 Huxin is pushing her way through that front of the wall.
Bell Right Hooks took Scald to the outside, and now number 713 Sherlock Homeslice is bridged. Scald Eagle already to the back.
And number 10 Huxkin with lead jammer. That's Bad's 3rd lead jam in a row. But Scald Eagle's popping out number 50 coming out of the pack.
She got right around number 45 Dolly Rocket for her initial pass. Bell Star, nice hit on number 10.
What do you know, Bell Star again, haunting Bad with an effective backpack gameplay, but we're going to see that 2 blockers are already in there for Bad. That's 0-0 Demand a Ride, 16-19, that's Bell Right Hooks.
Now we got Much Mayhem number 77 again, but this time with a blocker advantage. She had a hard time against the wall first time around. We'll see how she does.
And number 48, that's Britt Tater, another new skater to the Bad travel team, somebody we're really excited about there.
Murder in Monroe and Brawlin' Angel going to put down the defense there for Bad. And that's Blast Unicorn, Scylla Devour, and Layla Smackdown for Rose.
And that's number 7. That is Murder in Monroe getting all over number 777. It looks like Brawlin' Angel reporting to the box.
It's a direction of play there. Nonetheless, that's
number 48, Break Tater, and that's why we're so excited about her to be on the Bay Area Urban Girls. Murder in Monroe is still number 7, working with number 777, but we have number 48. Britt Tater back in and attacking this pack.
That's incredible defense from number 7, Murder in Monroe, to get her jammer lead jammer with such a deficit. They still get 2 points out of that. Nickel and dime so far. Now Bay Area, lead jammer 4 times in a row. Only 1 full scoring pass so far. So Rose City getting their jammer out right afterwards and able to stop the bleeding, but they're going to start needing to take lead jammer here to put some points on the board.
Well, I think they're going to have a bit of an opportunity there with only 1 blocker for Bad out there. Number 6, Chrissy Hamagacha. Number 21, Lulu Lockjaw jamming, but we both have Demand a Ride and Bell Right Hooks up and standing.
Scald Eagle out quickly in her initial pass, lead jammer, and that's what we were talking about, G-Money.
Number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, still working it, but you know what's interesting is they have that pack moving, which you really want to see them be able to stop that jam when they have 3 blockers.
Number 2, French Tickler being a thorn in Lulu Lockjaw's side, and instantly number 50, Scald Eagle gets her, well, almost got her scoring pass until.
Sorry, that was one of those. I'm sorry, my name is Commander Wright, and I want to say hello to you.
So all 5 picked up for Scald, the first Grand Slam of the night, got through, and then cut the lead in half, but Bay Area is back on the track there, G-Money.
You know, I think Bay Area got pretty lucky there. Well, I mean, you know, not lucky or skill, but did a good job of getting the pack moving right initially. And, you know, ideally they wanted to see Lulu really get kind of stuck and get on hooks and kind of go in the wrong direction. So, you know, lucky for Bad, I think that they got out of that jam with only giving up 5 points. So we got a 9-5 lead with a Bay Area advantage. And we have number 32, Knock Knock, jamming for Bay Area.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Number 7-7, Much Mayhem out there. She's contending the outside line with number 0, Slavia Majora.
And boy, you know, Dolly Rocket number 45 has the jammer on a hook. No surprise there of her skill there.
All right, Knock Knock pushes out, gets to the outside of Heidi Go Seek, but Much Mayhem, number 77, takes her over. It's probably going to be a short jam, G-Money.
You know, it's interesting, just not going to be a short jam. You have Brawl and Angel in the box coaching there and making sure with lead jammer that Bad controls this, so that now Knock Knock number 32 calls this off. Bad's going to have a full pack out here with 3 from Rose. Does a really great job of communication with those teams.
Exactly what I was going to say. Great communication, great using the clock, great playing the jam, and great controlling this next jam, starting with a 4-3 there, advantage for Bay Area.
You know, what's really interesting is when they're down in blockers, Rose is now taking the front line here, but Bad just adjusting, moving up to make sure they're going to stay in play with number 10, Hook Sin, jamming.
They're setting up the 4-wall there for number 50, Scald Eagle.
Yeah, and it's number 505, Shannon Dorado, taking that low stance, which he always does.
All right, both jammers up against walls. It looks like Huck Sin is up against number 1889, Belle Star. And Liquor Split pushing her out to the outside, not enough.
Wow, and again, number 10, Huck Sin with lead jammer. Scald Eagle's right behind him. But look at it again, very smart, calling off that jam so they could start this next jam 4-3.
G-Money, we're probably going to only see like 40 points put up for each team by the end of the night, man.
You know, Randy, this is what I want to see. I'm a big believer that power jams is not good, always good roller derby.
No.
It leads to a lot of points, but what we're seeing is really good, smart roller derby by both teams. And you're going to see a little bit different configuration here. You know, 7-1-3 blocking, Sherlock Holmes slice blocking for Bad. It's going to bridge this pack so that those Bad blockers could jump all over the jammer.
Probably an offensive setup there too. Already around the outside, it looks like Bricktator is up against that wall there in front.
Yeah, Bricktator's just pushing and pushing, but number 2, French Tickler, is doing a great job of really pestering the heck out of her. Boy, what a great job.
No pack assessed, no penalty called due to it, so it looks like Bricktator does get around the outside for lead jammer. Much Mayhem gets a cut track penalty.
Wow, this is going to be the first power jam of the night. Bad's advantage. Bricktator coming around and calls that jam.
Now, interesting call off there with the advantage. She could have probably pushed it and got a few more scoring passes. Yeah. I don't know if that came from the bench or is just instinct that jammer get through the pack and call it instinct.
You know, I'm not sure if that came from the bench. I think that was a little bit of, you know, not knowing where that jammer was and trying to get her points and pick that up. Yeah. Again, you know, Brick is the first time skating against a top 10 team and, you know, skating well, but, you know, going to need a little bit more experience out there.
Well, you know, it's one of those things you learn in the heat of the moment, too, and that's their opportunity to learn it. Looks like a cocktail wiener start there. The passive offense is Lulu Lockjaw. Number 21 is navigating that front of the pack.
Number 21, Lulu Lockjaw with the lead jammer. Bad setting up in that, you know, that kind of double line there that they've started doing. We see number Slavia Major pushing.
Nice bridge there, and nice defensive hit from Mercy.
And wow, Rose is doing just an amazing job bridging this out.
Bay Area doing a great job standing still, G-Money.
Yeah, it's what you're going to watch right here is hopefully, no, and we're not going to see that. We saw a little bit of offense there, and it's one of those things where it's just hard against one of these packs. We see Lulu Lockjaw, number 21, trying to push Mercy, and that's just not looks like a fun job there.
Well, here's my bias, G-Money, and I'll just that's going to be a direction probably, yeah, number 100 Mercy for a direction of play. I feel like Lulu could be collecting a lot more scoring passes with a 4 two-person blockers, if Bay Area would divide and conquer the defense, I think you'd give a lot more scoring opportunities if they'd split that wall 2-2.
And that's really one of those philosophical things, right? we're talking about right now is we talked about this at the beginning of the game. Now, number 77, Much Mayhem, really just got smacked out of the outside there. Lulu still with another with another grand slam. But boy, man, that is Dolly Rocket number 45 getting 777 on a hook and pulling her back and at least killing her momentum.
She got a major forearm there or I should say a forearm. Initial pass here, and it looks like number 21 Jammer, Lulu Lockjaw, took another cut. Track, so now we have one power jam answering another G-Money.
And it's really interesting. Number 77, Much Mayhem, is just coming around, getting her first 5 points for that power jam. Boy, this is really what Rose needed right here. Is a little bit of a mistake. I think Lulu's getting a little tired at the end of that jam. Tried to pick up a point and really wasn't successful there.
Well, you were talking about power jams, and this is what we just saw. Now, we had a pretty even tight pack now. So here's the question mark here for these two teams. How are Rose going to capitalize on a power jam? We saw how Bay Area did it. They put a lot of points on the board to it. Will Rose be able to answer? They've got a 4-2. They got a huge blocker advantage. They should be able to at least close this gap, but we're going to see this style play here right now, G-Money.
It's really interesting. Wow, I'm very impressed with Rose right out of the line. They herded the Bay Area blockers to be able to keep them away from each other.
It looks like they're trying to separate him. Nice hit from Bell right hooks to the inside and number 50, Scald Eagle, but
you know, we're still seeing these blockers, number 888 and 1619, getting herded away from each other. Number 888, Brawling Angel, gets right back.
Oh, right through the middle of both of them. Quick 5-point scoring pass. We're 10 points down right now, G-Money.
But look at 000 Amanda Wright coming out and saying, hey, friend, let's see what happens here. Uh-oh.
Now, she had 1 foot on the inside. She never lifted it, so no cut track can be assessed. Good awareness on number 50, Scald Eagle.
Number, Scald Eagle again with another power jumper. We're seeing 3 blockers out there. We have Lulu Lockjaw, number 21, standing and coming out of the box. It's a jammer, but boy, already bleeding out there for bad.
Now, Rose City's focused on offense. Will they see? Looks like we have a tie game. Lulu got a quick pass on the inside behind number 523, Liquor and Split for her initial pass. So this is probably going to be lead change and call it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if those bad blockers can get together, speed up the pack a little bit. No points yet. So I think we're going to be tied, huh?
Yep, I think so too. Great point protection from Bay Area right there. Got up front, pushed the speed. Rose City couldn't answer it, 30-30. Too bad this is a boring bout, G-Money.
We're also seeing it right now is a little bit of what Rose has been thinking about and practicing, early in the season. They're down in blockers. They're choosing to start in front of the pack. We're going to see how that's going to work out for them, but they're going to collapse this pack down. Right now we have number 32, Knock Knock, jamming for the Bay Area Derby girls.
Number 77, Much Mayhem. So far, only 2 jammers for Rose City.
Yeah, and we'll see how that plays out,
We'll see how that plays out in the 55th minute here.
Yeah, it's one of those things you could only. We'll see how much they can really jam. Now, number 32, Knock Knock with the lead jammer, but again.
77 right behind her, Much Mayhem, and calling it still a tie bout. Oh my goodness, G-Money.
Randy, are we surprised at all that this is what's happened so far with a bad Rose bout? This is just classic these two teams. And this is what we kind of tune in for, right?
We talked about we're probably seeing a very close bout. Neither team is disappointing right now. Pretty even on the penalties, it seems so far. It looks like number 523, Liquor and Split, stepping up to the jammer line for the first time. I think a good call, Singer doing it with the blocker advantage.
Yeah, number 10, that's Huck Sin, getting out of the box again for jamming for bad. Bad's really staying with a constant line.
523, Liquor and Split makes it around. Number 1619, Bell Right hooks for lead jammer, but
boy, Huck Sin, number 10, is just right back out. Both of these teams are having a really hard time transitioning, which is maybe something we're going to see early in the season for both teams.
I agree. And a bout like this is where you really key in on your opportunities there. You take this footage, you back and study this bout. This is going to set you up for the rest of the season, sir.
So this will be interesting here. We're going to have number 48, I'm sorry, Brick Tater jamming for bad, and only 2 bad blockers out there. We'll see how Rosa plays this.
And number 50, Scald Eagle there in a good position to capitalize with a pretty brutal Rose City wall right now.
Oh, shoot, I think Scald Eagle's in a good position to capitalize when she has no blockers out there. She's a pretty special blocker. Number 7, Murder Monroe for bad's doing a good job of sticking on Scald, but you can only slow that down so much.
Number 100, Mercy with a great offensive assist, but good job on bad.
Yeah, they've gotten Brick Tater number 40 out, and I think as a coach, as a former coach, this is one of the things that's pretty frustrating. You really want to be able to keep that jammer in. Bad's done a good job of speeding up this pack.
Excellent job of them to open up with that kind of advantage. With a 4-2, you really expect at least more than one scoring pass, but at the level of defense being played here, they did a great job answering.
It's one of those things that, too, is, again, I think we're just early in the season. We're not seeing that the skaters be able to, you can't transition this fast in practice, and so we're not really seeing that effect so far. Looks like JK at the very end of that jam checked into the box there with both bad blockers standing. Jamming for bad, we have number 21, Lulu Lockjaw.
And the number 77, Much Mayhem. That new cut track rule is getting a lot of people in trouble, and I think that we saw that. Around the outside, 77, lead jammer around number 45, Dolly Rocket.
Yeah, and Lulu Lockjaw still working with the pack, but to Bad's advantage, they've actually really sped up this pack, and that's not something that you really want to do for your jammer coming back around. So they've done a good job, but boy, that jammer's still coming back around pretty fast.
Bellstar 1889 there with a good defensive hit the outside. They're staying up front, putting their money on defense against number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, and killed enough time for Much Mayhem to get back into a scoring position.
It looks like Lulu Lockjaw's just made it right back out, but boy, I think that was Chrissy Yamagachi with a great hit to the outside. Rose is picking up 3 points, extending their lead to 36-30. Man, this is a lot of fun, right?
Wow. Well, like you said, now that we're away from the power jams again, all nickel and dime now. It's all, you're not seeing a lot of full scoring passes. One gets out right over, get what you can, and 6-point bout here.
Number 32, Knock Knock, is back on the line for jamming for bad.
And number 50, Scald Eagle, Knock Knock with the blocker advantage is a huge weapon.
Yeah, well, but again, it's against Scald Eagle. Man, she is just. I think it's safe to say both these people are animals out here. Both those jammers are no joke. Legitimate top tier blockers.
No pack assessed, and neither team stopped impacting their jammers. So both jammers getting out, and both teams picking up penalties. But Knock Knock, number 32.
Yeah, and it looks like the Rose is pulling another one right back on bad by speeding up that pack. Knock Knock's going to keep this jam going, trying to pick up a couple of last points right by the end.
She should have picked up a couple, 2, one for the penalty box point, but only given up 2. Wow.
I was trying to get to that. Rose did a great job. Those blockers immediately realized that, sped up the pack, and really put themselves in a position to protect those points.
We got a 3rd point, I think, for Bay Area there, and I think that was probably the jam at that point. But both teams just dialed into what you do and when you do it. The transition from offense to defense isn't as tight as it could be, but getting your jammer out, getting front. Number 523, Liquor and Split, lead jammer for Rose City.
Yeah, and now we see Huxon already at the very front and getting out of the pack. Boy, both teams are not having a good job. But we're seeing that Huxon, it looks like, is being called off on a major form there, so a power jam advantage.
I believe that was an elbow, so power jam for Liquor and Split. Number 523 shrugs off a hit from number 6. Christy Yamagachi gets 5 points here.
That's a great job. We're seeing that Christy, Bad's trying to do their best to get together right here, playing a little defense, but boy, it's just a hard job against 3 of those Rose blockers.
Takes an outside line there. I heard a whistle. 5 more points. 523 Liquor Split. An illegal procedure on. Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah. So we have 2 bad blockers out there, and this is just nightmare time. One of the things we always talk about is, boy, if you're going to get a power jam on you, let's make sure that you're not going to get, you're going to keep blockers out there. So
pushes up a big run there, 5 more points, calls off the jam, probably to ice the jammer in this case, set up another advantageous blocker core.
Yeah, anyway, I also think what they're trying to do right now is not sure you're going to get another scoring pass out of that. And, you know, boy, give that hat right back to your big kid, Scald Eagle, literally and figuratively.
Hey, interesting thing, 523 Liquor and Split, 100% lead jam status right now.
They're looking brilliant by running this jammer line.
All right, so number 50 Scald Eagle navigating the outside, 888 Brawlin' Angel, one-on-one defense there, G-Money. Yeah,
and what you're going to see a lot from Brawlin' Angel, she's really one of those kind of, you know, connect into, but with lead jammer number 50 Scald Eagle, boy, you can only stop it for so long, right?
Beautiful inside pass on the inside of Murder and Monroe, who didn't give much ground, but it was just that 1 inch that Scald needed.
Now you're seeing number 10, Huxon, is leaving the box right now. She's going to be coming around for initial pass.
And we'll see if Rose City's ready for it. Oh, big hit from Murder and Monroe. And on Scald to the outside, but she gets her initial pass.
Boy, she got her 5 points, but you know, Huxon, number 10, is right back out. We'll see if Huxon actually stays disciplined and recommended not hit her.
Well, I think Scald's looking at going D and killing some time off the clock to get some of the skaters out and takes the hit. Scald Eagle loves hitting other jammers. She lives for it.
You know what's so interesting about Scald, though, she does it in an incredibly disciplined way. She's not taking big hits.
Nope.
Is really in control, and what she's done right now is really kind of confounded Bad a little bit with her legs and her head.
Interestingly, Bad racing the track has actually helped out both teams in killing the penalty box there, but Scald is caught up against the Bad 4-wall.
Yeah, and it looks like, if you guys are keeping score at home, that is Huxon picking up 4 points right there, with Scald only picking up 3.
Scald did get another scoring pass there, so it is pushed. Rose City 59, Bay Area 37. I'd like to we got a team timeout, and I'm going to pay some bills here really quick. Ron Tonkin Fiat, Jammer Line, sponsor here. We love your Fiat. You can actually get a Ron Tonkin Rose City Fiat by a $10 raffle. Look at Rose City Rollers for information. We'd like to thank New Belgium Brewing Company, and for after the party, you know, they provide concessions for people here as well. I'd like to thank Car2Go, meet the future of car sharing. PDX Pipeline, your online source for Portland music, arts, and events happenings. Kelly Brown Debt Relief. Kelly Brown likes roller derby. Kelly Brown Debt Relief. Jessica Chestnut Guild Home Loans. Let Derby Girl Jessica Chestnut help you with a home loan. We'd like to thank the Open Space Cafe, Brunch, Bar, Wi-Fi, Embrace the Pace. And of course, here at home, Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers. Rose City pushing a little bit of a lead, but I think it was all in that power jam, G-Money.
Yeah. I can't believe there's only 9 minutes left.
Oh, my goodness.
So you better get those announcements in, because this thing is moving at a fast pace. And I think a lot of people are talking about it and finally seeing it as you know, the new rule set. We're seeing games move really quickly. It's not a lot of Rob Lobster out on the floor or G-Money.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to hop this banister, just run out there and say something to her.
Some good memories out there hanging out with Rob Lobster in the center.
Yeah, I got to say I'm a big fan of this new rule set. I think it's keeping the game moving, and I think it's keeping the fun going and increasing the hitting and decreasing the stopping.
So we got number 48, Brick Tater jamming for Bad right at the front of the pack.
And number 77, Much Mayhem, caught behind the wall of Bad in the back.
Boy, number 48, Brick Tater, lead jammer. And, you know, we've seen Dolly Rocket and the things that she's doing. She's doing a great job of staying in the game. Boy, just all over that.
Much Mayhem's in the front, but already Brick Tater is back on a scoring pass. Much Mayhem does finally eke out the inside.
And boy, number 9, Amanda Jammin Ninja just had a heck of an offensive clear to get Brick Tater her 4 points.
That was a beautiful, like, just bestial wall set up by Bad there with that. It was coming out. I think it was a good call. Just set up just a brutal wall, get lead jammer, get some points out, and get some momentum back for Bay Area. And I think they did just that.
They have some pretty beefy players.
Yeah, they do. There's a lot of beef here tonight.
Speaking of beefy players, 000 Demand Riot with Brawlin' Angel. It looks like Shannon Dorado blocking there for number 21, Lulu Lockjaw.
523, Liquor and Split, who jammed a lot last night in another bout with her home team, but now she's here tonight, jamming again, and fighting that Bay Area wall.
Is she like a robot or something? How do you do that?
I don't know. And she's just made of sweat and endurance, and pushed out again. Lead jammer, still 100% lead jammer status.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy, though, too, is that we're seeing that she just pushed Demand Riot out of the way for that lead jammer.
Well, Lulu Lockjaw answered by pushing Mercy out for her initial pass. So that dancing around the inside, calls off the jam for a while. Does get all 4 points there. That was fancy, G.
Yeah, that was that one-footed axle land call-off, I think, for people drinking at home, Rob Lobster's out in the center, demonstrating what a call-off looks like.
He was very emphatic of that, too. It's like, this is what it looks like on 1 foot when you're turning around.
I miss him. So for bad. So we have about 7.5 minutes left in this game. Rose has really kind of climbed out to a comfortable 20-point lead, and we're going to see the two jammers, number 32, Knock jamming for Bay Area.
And number 50, Scald Eagle. Blocker advantage right now for Rose City. They're putting all their money on defense, but
number 32, Knock somehow figures it out. Both these jammers just have been really giving the other teams fits.
And you also have to give the two Bay Area blockers a lot of credit for holding Scald Eagle.
What, for 1.5 laps, 2 blockers. That's Chrissy Yamagachi people, and that's 16-19, bell right hooks.
Yeah.
Number 32, Knock coming around, patiently trying to pick up some points here.
18-19 Bell Star did have a good offensive hit to open up that wall for Scald. Oh, 1-0 on that. She was up against that wall, Knock up against the wall. Get the heads past for 1, but Scald back in that pack so fast, she had to call it.
You know what's interesting there, what I saw is, and this, me being maybe a little biased, we'll see maybe play into this game, is, Scald was coming around for that her scoring pass, bending over, hands a little bit on the knees, and so they've really kind of leaned on her quite a bit going into this, so we'll see how that plays out. But right now for bad, we number 10. I think that is Huxon jamming for Bay Area.
77 Much Mayhem. I think we can expect a lot more looking at split coming through the rest of this bout. Again, great defense holding up. Much Mayhem in the back.
Boy, and number 10, Huxon's doing a great job of saying center track, not trying to sneak around these two really powerful blockers. Right when she tries to do that, what does Mercy do? Mercy does what Mercy does, put people out of bounds.
Demand it right, goes for a hit, misses around the outside, number 77, Much Mayhem, your lead jammer.
Now we're going to watch is Bad's going to center around number 73, Frankenherder, getting Huxon out and now quickly transitioning right back to the front.
Great job, Bad, taking care of getting it go. But the, again, offense to defense reset, not quick enough. Much Mayhem able to navigate that wall and get a full scoring pass, 4 more points for Rose City.
I had the pleasure of having lunch with Rob Lobster yesterday. He was just talking about Much Mayhem. He kept on saying, we got this new jammer. She hops around a lot. She baits people really well. We're seeing this right now.
Yep.
So we're going to see Bad's new shiny little object, number 48, Brick Tater. She's doing a great job staying out on the floor, staying center cut, what we call. But she's going to be going up against...
You may have seen her before. Bright Shining Star, Scald Eagle takes the inside, but gets caught by Christy Yamagachi and hit to the inside, courtesy of Shannon Dorado.
Yeah, that was a great job. And meanwhile, Brick Tater, just a super stout jammer, pushing her away. It's 4 versus 1, 4 versus 1. And looks like Brick Tater's picking up lead jammer number 48 as Scald Eagle's getting recycled right back to the back.
Yeah, she got cycled to the inside there. Nice to work the outside. She pushes out. Little screen set up by Blast Unicorn.
Yeah, number 45, we saw Dolly Rocket trying to play a little early offense. Brick Tater's right back to the back, front of the pack, picking up 2 points. Let's see if she can pick up any more points right before our friend Scald Eagle comes back around.
Nice defense from 81 Havana Good Time and 210 Heidi Goes Seek. How many did they get? 3.
Yeah, they're picking up 3. And it's interesting is one of those things is you don't have to be past those people at the time of call off. You just have to pass them at some point. So she looks like she picked up 3 points. Yep. And it
was good patience on her to make sure she got both Heidi's and Havana's points before calling it off. Sometimes you get that wall, you hit that panic button, you call it.
So we're going to see number 21, Lulu Lockshaw, and
number 77, Much Mayhem.
And it's something I didn't think I was going to see. I wasn't sure of the new rule set. 4 versus 4, full pack. This is great to see in this new rule set.
I love it. Well, the hitting has been decreased in the impact, so they can knock each other around. Much Mayhem taken to the outside by 0-0-0, Demand a Riot.
That's it's one of the things we had a question with is, how do these younger jammers deal with these veteran blockers that are just nasty?
by studying them and training under them and learning their tricks. Much Mayhem taking a lot of big hits, still fighting through in the back there.
Yeah, and what's interesting is these two jammers are really legit jammers. They cannot get out of this pack. Both block.
Looks like Scylla Devourer tried to pull a cut, but Lulu Lockjaw, main control, did not go out of bounds and gave her the opportunity to get lead jammer there.
This is going to be really critical for Bad to be able to try to keep Much Mayhem in this pack. They're going to be trying to bridge out.
Nice! Staying on her foot after that hit from 888, Brawlin Angel, initial pass for Much Mayhem.
Wow, that's a great job. Lulu Lockjaw is working her way through, still picks up her four, checks that box, and calls it off. That was impressive. That was a little athletic there, huh?
Wow, that was fun to watch. You know what? But as fancy as that was, I do want to give a lot of credit for Bay Area's blockers for a great quick switch to offense to give that full scoring pass to Lulu there.
Yeah, and, it kind of comes back around to it too. We're seeing Much Mayhem. You can't prepare for that, and it's interesting as we're seeing her getting a little tired out there against those blockers. And who do we have jamming for Rose?
523 Liquor and Split. Like I said, we're probably going to see a little more of her. She's been doing a good job getting out first, and she's giving them a breather too.
And look at Knock Knock pushing that pack to the front. But look at there comes Mercy.
Out of play is assessed, and Knock Knock is out and lead jammer.
Oh, and Liquor and Split doing a great job of just taking advantage of that transition, but we're playing 16-19. Bell Ride Hooks right back on offense.
I like Bay Area going for the trap there on number 17H Blast Unicorn. Nice hit from Mercy, putting Knock Knock to the outside. She calls it off. How many points?
2 points. Wow. So with maybe the last jam of the game right now, Rose has a 16-point lead, which is one power jam.
Or the period. It's been going fast. It's been going fast. I'm with you, man. I feel like I was like, there's 30 more minutes of this. How exciting for you at home, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to watch this on Rose City Rollers.
And we got 4 versus 4 again. It's like Christmas time here.
Look at all those skaters. It looks like we have an official timeout. I'm going to pay some bills here really quick. G-Money. I'd like to thank Pabst, the penalty box sponsor. Bad Girls, good beer. Give some love to OHSU Sports Medicine, immediate care for Rose City Rollers athletes through our Sports Medicine hotline. And I'd like to thank the Portland Mercury, portlandmercury.com. That's where we get all your tickets for all this good kind of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. We're going to be there for the after party tonight. John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. Delta. Okay. And just to keep you up, the official timeout is we have technical difficulties, so we are trying to fix the system here. Sorry about the delay, but I'm not sorry to tell you about Timothy Murray Photography. Visit TimothyMurrayPhotography.com for classic black and white film derby images, nightlife lounge, Rose City Rollers' favorite Clinton Street bar, and the only place to get Rose City Rollers tickets in town. Porque yes, amazing taqueria food with 2 locations in Mississippi and Hawthorne, and this party is going to start.
That technical difficulty was Mercy hitting Knock Knock out of bounds and pulling up all the tape. So
they had to fix the earth after that.
Yes. So for Bad, we have number 10 Huxin jamming, and wow, Skull Eagle number 50 jamming.
I am shocked, G-Money. I am shocked to see her out there. What an interesting choice to put her on the jammer line.
Last jam maybe of the half, so great choice. We'll see if it'll be interesting. Let's see if Huxin stays disciplined. She's pushing the pack out there. And looks like got lead jammer for Huxin, number 10.
Yeah, Mercy, or number 2, Fred Stickler did a turnaround, but right around the outside, number 50, Scald Eagle, initial pass. May see one more jam after this.
We might, it's going to be really interesting. Is one of those big things is can you actually start this half the way you want from a numbers perspective? Huxin, man, blasting through there, getting her 4 points, calling it off.
All pack offense, all coordinated pack offense from Bay Area. They split apart that Rose City wall. They got everybody one-on-one, just made a really easy path for her. That was all pack offense we saw there. We were talking about offense earlier. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, as we talk about, and I think, as roller derbies developed, I used to always have the saying is that actually jammers don't score points. They get the points for the team. The blockers score the points, and again, we see it right there. Boy, both blockers, manned up, took those blockers out. We're going to have number 48, Potato jamming. Boy.
523, Liquor and Split, outside, inside. Nice short whip. She is your lead jammer.
Now, number 48, Brick Tater, is jamming. I'd say it's an interesting choice. It's the last jam of the half. Are we feeling confident we could go in there? But boy, she's Wow, very veteran, very patient. Number 48, Brick Tater coming out.
Well, she was able to navigate that once that wall got split up. 5:23 calls it off. That's the end of the period. 2 points picked up by Rose City at the end of that. That's going to get it at 69-55. Rose City with a very slim lead.
For Bad starting off this half, we're going to see number 32. That's our friend Knock Knock.
And Scald Eagle number 50 for Rose City. I think throwing him into the fire, throwing the deep end is a good way to go. You know, just get it out of the way. They'll be ready to go for the rest of the night. Taking a hit from number 45, Dolly Rocket. The Scald Eagle scaled to the back of the pack.
Boy, and Knock Knock again, just pushing that pack to the front. It was a great job right out of the gate as Dolly got right on her. But what we're seeing again is Rose playing great offense.
Bell Star, number 1889, got that last line of defense outside hit on Knock Knock. Number 32 scaled her to the back, kept her on her initial pass. Skull was able to fight out, and 0-0.
Wow, that was Bell Star is a pretty darn good one-on-one skater, and has traditionally kind of beat us up doing that. So doing Texas and doing Rose proud now. We've got 4-on-4 out there. We're seeing number 21 Lulu Lockjaw there jamming for Bad,
and number 77 Much Mayhem. And Lulu already up against the 3-wall in front there.
Boy, and Lulu pushing that pack and gets leading jammer right there.
Had to go seek 210 with the swing and the miss, but the offense re-sweat thanks to, oh wow, cut track on Much Mayhem. Lulu didn't realize it called off the jam, but they're gonna start in a power jam, a full power jam here. G Money, and this evens the odds on the power jams. So we're now 2-2 each. And we'll see if Bay Area goes passive offense again.
Well, we'll see with one blocker in there. We'll see how they're going to be able to manage this. Looks like Bad's going to be putting also number 48 Brick Tater there, and they're going to let Brick push.
Looks like we have a multi-player block. You cannot hold hands and prevent a skater's path. That is 73. Frankenherd going to the penalty box.
It's one of those things that we're really big with as well is that there's no pack call again, and Brick Tater's going to come out and pick up 5 points. But what Bad's doing right there is, and what Rose is not forcing them to do, is they keep on coming back. You can't come back to that wall.
Yeah, it just blows up in the middle of that wall.
Boy, and Brick Tater, that's 10 points already, and it looks like Bad's closer to 4 points. Bell Right Hooks is what Bad calls the boss there, and Brick just dipsy-doo dunkaroos and picks up another 5 more points. This is really one of those situations you really want to be. And we that's a big lead change. That's 70 to 69. Excuse me, make that 675 to 69. You know, Brick Tater has a hockey skating background, and it's really showing right now. She is just bombing around here. Now we're seeing a little bit of offense, and no pack call.
And there she goes for another 5. Much Mayhem is back and up against a 3-wall. A nice big hit from Bell Right Hooks to the outside, and it looks like Bell Right Hooks will pick up a 4-arm penalty for it.
Yeah, Much Mayhem is still dealing with, that's Sherlock Holmes slice. She's really rebuilt her body there.
Oh, nice offensive assist from number 73, Frankenherder. She made an opening on the inside. 77, Much Mayhem can now stop the bleeding, but another penalty for Rose City.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like what I was saying earlier. Well, that's Bell Star right up there in front for Rose City. You know what, that is number 73, Frankenherder. And, personally apologize to Frankenherder. Really great blocker. Did a good job of really blocking their Brick Tater.
I want to talk about this jam really quick, and I think what this jam illustrates is the importance, if you are in a reverse power jam, if you're in a power jam kill, to maintain composure and stay on the track. It is so easy to get heated and go for big hits, desperate hits, go the wrong way, and then you go to the penalty box, you open up a huge jam for your opponent. Rose City needs to make sure, if they're going to be in a power jam kill, to be incredibly careful and not give up those points. Number 50, Scald Eagle jamming.
Wow, and that's a 888. Brawling Angel basically getting Scald Eagle on a big old giant hook and bringing her all the way back to the back of the pack.
A big hit from number 100 Mercy on number 10 Huck Sin, but Huck Sin did make it out on her initial pass for Lee Jam.
And I'm telling you right now, this is Rose City's big chance right here. They have 2 people in the box, and they also have Brawling Angel waiting to check in there. So they're going to essentially have 3 people in the box right now. Huck Sin's waiting for the last moment, but Bays now put themselves in that reverse situation where they have 2 people sitting in the box. Brawling Angel's going to need to report right back out there. She's going to need to serve in her minute once that box clears out. However,
Layla Smackdown is sitting an additional minute for an additional illegal procedure. I don't know if that was going to box lane or an insubordination. But I think an illegal procedure was assessed, so that is going to be 2 minutes. So even though it's a 3-2 pack advantage here, it's may turn around pretty quick. We got number 523 Liquor and Split jamming for Rose City.
And we have number 32 Knock Knock. That's the funny part with her, is that it's not much of a pack advantage when Knock Knock's out there jamming.
No, it's not. Knock Knock doesn't need any assistance. Nice offensive screen set up on the inside. 523 Liquor and Split initial pass.
And boy, Knock Knock on her scoring pass coming through and just giving hell to those blockers. I got to give a compliment out there. Everybody loves her, but Demanda Wright playing great offense. Bad's picking up 3 points there. And
I think it's safe to say she earns her love.
Yes, she does. She's not just an icon. She's a pretty darn good volleyball person.
She's not just a pretty face out there.
True.
In corpse makeup.
So we're going to see number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, coming out. Bad's really shifting up with those blockers. We're seeing Brawling Angel for her 3rd jam in a row because she still needs to serve her time, and they're going to put Amanda Jamming in out there blocking for Bad. Good
2-all there. Scaldi, number 50, gets around the outside of Brawling Angel, the jammer.
What we're seeing here, though, is that, I got to say, it's not necessarily the biggest advantage to Rose right now, is that they've really sped up that pack.
Nice. Last line of defense hit from number 100, Mercy, cycling. Lulu Lockjaw back. Wow. Number 50, Scald Eagle. Quick hop in the inside. 5 points.
That's a great job by Amanda jamming in. You're trying to play some offense in there. Lulu's still working at the back of the pack, still on her initial pass. And boy, here comes Scald Eagle again.
Capitalizing on their back advantage for some defense around the outside, number 50. 5 more, probably. Let's wait. 5 more points. Good team money.
What's really interesting, too, is you're seeing Bad right there with 2 traditional, I would characterize as really hard defensive players, and they're really having a hard time playing some offense for Lulu Lockjaw. There goes Dolly Rocket getting a good job, but here comes Bell right hooks. Playing offense and getting Lulu Lockjaw right back out.
Yeah, it looks like 81, Havana Good Time was going on for some traditional one-on-one defense, which she's very good at. So we'll see how many points Scald can navigate. This last pass on the inside, hop, skip, and a jump. She's looking to her bench. She calls off the jam with 4 more points. Rose City brings it back to 83-90. Too bad. This is no fun, G-Money.
No, this is horrible. Interesting though again is coming out of a half is how you manage your penalties. The new no minors is great, but still you got to manage penalties here.
Yeah. It doesn't mean not going to the penalty box. No. It just means you're going for big reasons.
So number 48, that's Brick Tater back on the line for Bad.
Much mayhem. Number 77 looking for the offensive assistant up against that front wall. G-Money.
Yeah, and I think 000 Demanda Riot, new fan club member of Demanda Riot, because she just has a lot of her.
On the inside there, 77 Much Mayhem makes it around. Lead jammer for Rose City.
It looks like number 48, Brick Tater, still working to the front of the pack. The pack is speeding up. Demanda playing a little offense, but here comes Much Malice.
Much Mayhem around the outside, dodges a hit and gets a natural grand slam. Well, we'll see if they call the points there. Yes, natural grand slam on that pass. But
we got Brick Tater still working her way around. Looks like the next blocker coming out of the box was going to be a Bad blocker. Looks like she might have realized that, called off the jam.
2-point bat here, G-Money. Woo! I hope you're having fun out there, people.
I think if Bad and Rose continues to do this, they're going to figure out a way for them to play like 4 times a year.
No kidding. Well, they're just making each other better teams. That's what's happening here. Let's be honest.
Well, it really, I mean, Bad's second game of the year, Rose's first game. I know they had a pretty tough scrimmage against the men's team up here, but this is the real deal here, and this actually really does count for what's going to happen at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, inside 5:23, Liquor and Split lead jammer. Good opportunity for a lead change, but
boy, number 10, that's Huck Sin coming through. Dolly Rocket, you know, I'll take that back. She had a great offense move to the inside against Mercy to get her jammer out.
Yeah, there's no offense like a good defense, and vice versa. Liquor makes it around. Bell Right Hooks calls it, gets the 2 points. We'll see. Yeah, 2 points, 1 for the track, 1 for the penalty box. Tie bout. We couldn't write this better, G-Money. We could not write this better.
Well, there's still 20 minutes left, so we'll see what happens. But up to this point, boy, this is just roller derby at its best here.
3 and 3 in the pack, and that is number 50, Scald Eagle.
And then number 32, Knock Knock.
Interesting formation on the track there. It looks like they try to set up Scald one to the outside lane.
Boy, and Knock Knock just pushes those blockers out of the way, gets lead jammer. And Skull is still working against them. And I kind of starting to feel that Skull is really kind of dealing with all those jams. That's Brawling Angel.
No offense, defense reset, and then we have a cut track penalty on Scald Eagle. We have a power jam for Bay Area. Bay Area now 3 power jams to Rose City's 2.
Yeah, and that was actually Brawling Angel forcing that cut. That was a great job. Frankenherder.
She came up to the back. I believe that was Frankenherder there. Frankenherder went down.
Yeah, it's a pretty soft wall there by Frankenherder. Kind of, you know, really great block, and looks like Knock Knock really smashed into her for that major back block there. Well, but you know, it's effective. You know what? Knock Knock sitting down. Knock Knock was not disciplined and not seeing that coming up.
Wow, on the outside,
oh my gosh,
around on the wrong foot, facing the other direction. That couldn't have been fancier for the initial pass for Scald Eagle. Now, Knock Knock only going to send a few seconds here, so we're going to go the rest of the 2 minutes, and there's 50 seconds left there, G-Money.
Yeah, but the funny part is for both of those jammers can, you know, need to rest their energy a little bit. You know, longer jams are not their friends always. No. And, you know, we're seeing both of them being forced to really push, but man, Scald Eagle having a hard time against, you know, a very big blocker and Amanda jamming in you. She's a beast out there.
Well, and Barry doing the right thing with the slow control wall. That is the hardest thing for any jammer to get through, and already Knock Knock.
Oh, Knock Knock picking up another 5 points, and you know, Demand a Right, I know, is a big fan of Scald Eagle, showing it right now by getting all over her, again pushing her out of bounds, but it looks like going to get a major forearm there. Knock Knock coming back around for another scoring pass, but oh, hey, Murder Monroe.
Great defense there on, looks like we have a back block again on Knock Knock. Gonna start this next one on a power jam, and it looked like Knock Knock shifted her aim a little bit to try to catch his shoulder, but
you know, that was one of those things that we I had mentioned a little bit earlier, is when you're tired and you're on a power jam, you really got to look out there. You know, I think Knock Knock came in a little hot, didn't really have her feet up underneath there, and you know, the Rose blockers did a really great job of initiating that contact.
We have an official timeout, probably going to be a review. We're going to have Louis Armstrong go out there and get the nature of the review. I'd like to thank a couple people again, Path for Blue Ribbon for sponsoring the penalty box, OHU Sports Medicine for keeping our girls healthy, Ron Target Fiat for providing us a jammer line, and an awesome Fiat that you can get in a raffle. Go to RoseCityRollers.com. Big brothers, big sisters, sports buddies, because we like to take care of our youth. We'd like to thank DerbyFit Spark Zone. The Spark, DerbyFit.com Spark is such a great energy drink. It's healthy, it's good for you, but it gives you a lot of pep. Kind bars go great with Spark. We're gonna check in here on an official timeout. There's Louis Armstrong.
All right, it looks like we've got an official review on the back block call on number 32, Knock Knock for Bay Area.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, that's actually a good use of official review.
Agreed.
It's one of those things, though, too, is yeah, actually, I will say right now that Knock Knock's back block is not as important as what she does when she comes out of the box right now.
I agree.
One of those things, she's been on the floor for a long time, probably a little heated about the call.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the call is, she's going to really need to be able to come back out of this box, be disciplined, get out back into the back to her bench.
It's a dangerous review, but if you're going to use a review this early, it's got to be on a jammer call, so I think that's good. But they only have one review for period, so they better hope it goes their way.
Verdict, King, is that the call will stand.
There you have it.
I think it's a good call. You know, again, you know, when you're tired with the last 2 minutes in the jam and you're coming into those people, you know, not scoring that extra point is probably more valuable than staying on the floor.
Well, you know, we could talk about impact assessment all day, but the key is if you're a jammer, if you're going round and round, you have got to make sure your aim is true. You cannot, in any speed level or whatever, go into an opponent in between the shoulder blades. It's just too dangerous. It's too easy. On accident or on purpose, you can get that back block call. So you really need to make sure you know where your line of direction is.
You know, after coaching Knock Knock for so long, I just don't think Knock Knock actually appreciates how strong she is. She comes into people and hits them and goes, well, I kind of tapped them. And then, well, you're Knock Knock.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's we're, you know, Bad's paying the price right now. What's interesting is, though there's still a power jam, it looks like Rose has still 3 blockers in the box, 1 standing. So this should be pretty interesting. Bad is fielding Slade, Majora, 888, Brawl and Angel, and Bell Right Hook. So they can hold her in for a little while, it'll be important.
Why not mess around? We still have a little more time on this official timeout. So once again, I want to thank Hope Baraka Realtor, helping Portlanders buy and sell their dream house. Voodoo Donuts, the magic is in the hole. Proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers, Wheels of Justice. And of course, Pivot, Star, Adonis, and S1 Helmets. Thank you all very much for supporting us. You're checking us out on RoseCityRollers.com, brought to you by our good friends at Blaze Streaming Media. It looks like we have some more information on this official review. Louis Armstrong is going to go back down. I don't know if this is extra assessment or reassessment of impact, some other thing, but we see Jonathan Lee talking to Rose City's track coach right now, G-Money.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing as to what they're still talking about, unless there's more minutes to be spent in there.
That would be a bummer. Bay Area with a 10-point lead here. We do have a power jam advantage right now for Rose City. We have a blocker advantage for Bay Area.
Yeah, it's this is we can see right here. Looks like they're talking to Demanda Riot right there in the box.
Looks like my guess, when this kind of conversation goes on, coaches aren't involved, but someone's talking to the bench or talking to it, it's impact assessment. I'm betting. I'm guessing that impact was judged as higher than major impact.
Wow, it actually looks like they're going to be ejecting Demanda Riot for something. Not sure what that's going to be called. It'll be very interesting.
It won't be 7 penalties. It looks like an expulsion, I'm guessing. And you see number 45, Dolly Rocket, waiting in the wings, though.
That looks like Dolly's she's over there to serve her minute, so whatever happened. It looks like even Rob Lobster is shaking his head saying, interesting.
Yeah. It's looks like 888 Brawl and Angel, one of the captains.
Yeah.
Now, expulsion, I honestly don't know which hit could have caused that level of impact. And I'm pontificating. Maybe it's nothing to do with what we're saying, but this is what it looks like right now, G-Money.
Maybe it was a comment. Maybe it was a look. Demanda's pretty, typically has traditionally been pretty, she's actually pretty respectful of the refs.
Yeah.
Down.
Agreed.
So it'd be pretty interesting, but it looks like Demanda Riot is being ejected there. I could...
We're going to check in with Louis Armstrong.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have an expulsion. Demanda Riot on Bay Area. Gross misconduct, unsafe entry to the penalty box caused a chair to contact another player.
I'm not going to say anything. I would like to be, I'd be really interested in my friends Taxi Sab and Lusty, Malice, and Riders Block. And Miss Moxley are probably screaming at a television right now, so what's up, ladies?
Yeah. Now, we don't know what kind of conversation's gone on before. Maybe they were warned about it. Sometimes those situations are up. But 5:23, Liquor and Split, lead jammer right away.
Still, though, Bad is, it's interesting as they are speeding up this pack. And I know you're a fan of the slow pack here, but I don't know if this is going to be to their advantage. But
Well, I think just getting in position here, I mean, killing time off the clock for the skaters does, there's something to say about that. Scylla Devour 17-19 trying to pick off a goat in the form of Slaby Majora. And around the outside, 5-point scoring pass for Liquor and Split. We have a 5-point bout. She gets through this one.
Boy, Bad's at least done a good job of setting back up a wall, trying to get a little composure out there. Bell right hooks as they're keeping the pack, looking for 20 feet.
JK rolling with some great defense there. Swing and a miss by Brawlin Angel in front. That's a tie bout.
I got to say, as Brawlin Angel did do a pretty good job of slowing that jammer down. Number 32, Knock Knock, is standing in the box. Frankenherder, number 73 for Roses also. So we got Liquor and Split coming around for her third scoring pass.
Nice force out from number 45, Dolly Rocket to the outside, jumping back a little bit. Liquor resets.
Let's see, Knock Knock's here on her initial pass right here. Let's see if she could get out and get to the... Yep, there we go. Knock Knock mission accomplished. Both. That's another 5 points there for Liquor and Split there, but lead change again, man. 110 to 105, now Rose City.
Two things I want to say. One, once again, offense to defense transition affecting both these teams, something to work on for the rest of the season. Number two, looks like we got one off here, Rob Lobster.
And if you're drinking at home, that was Rob Lobster on the infield right there. For Bad, I think that's number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, taking the hat for Bay Area.
Number 77, that is Much Mayhem and jamming with blocker advantage for Bay Area there, G-Money.
Yeah, and it looks like,
Yep.
Number 77, Much Mayhem with a major cut right there. She's gonna, I think that was her call that she's been cut out, but that's Lulu Lockjaw with lead jammer.
Oh, followed by two blockers right away, so huge advantage here. We're going to see a lead change, I bet.
Yeah, but you do, Rose does have 1.5 or 2.5 blockers. Mercy is 1.5 blockers worth of people out there. Doing a great job, trying to slow down Lulu, which is what you want to do, and stay on the floor. That's still 5 more points.
Look at the impeccable athleticism coming from the Bay Area blockers right now. They're just... Sorry.
They're looking.
It's a cheap joke.
They're looking good. You know, it's one of those things, though, too, is that, you know, regretfully, this is what the rules dictate.
Yeah, it's rough.
But we'll see right here. Let's just see if in this next pass, if Rose can keep on the floor, be disciplined, eat their points.
Yeah.
You know,
that was almost a direction of play from number 17H, Blast Unicorn. If that had more impact, they could send her to the penalty box, and that would just be more points on the board. 120 Bay Area, Rose City 110.
Well, now number 73, Frankenherder for Rose, doing something I really like is she came to the back of the pack, started receiving that jammer as she's coming in, but it looks like Much Mayhem's back on the floor.
And great transition to defense from Bay Area to catch her on that 5 more points for 21. Lulu Lockjaw.
With Much Mayhem, she's out of the pack finally on her initial pass. Lulu's calling off that jam without that scoring pass, probably a little tired. Pushing against Mercy is not easy from what I hear. So I think the smart choice, taking her points. And that was a 20-point jam for Bad, taking the lead there for 125-110. But things that you and I don't like, jammer penalties dictating this game right now.
Yeah. It's too bad. Now they're still kind of even-handed, but it's not as exciting to see as all the skaters staying out there and executing.
And I'd like to say that officially, if I wasn't announcing, I'd shotgun a beer right now because we have 4 versus 4 blockers out there in the second half. Amazing.
Yeah.
Jamming for Bad, you have number 10. That is, number 48. That's Brick Tater.
And that's number 50, Scald Eagle, up against the Bad 4-wall.
You know, I think what Rose has done, it looks like, is they've done a good job of actually resting Scald a little bit.
Well, Liquor taking the full 2 minutes did it. Scald gets out, gets called off. What are you going to do? Yeah,
it looks like Brick Tater got a pretty quick call there to get lead jammer, but she still got lead jammer. She got recycled back by our friend Bell Star. And, you know, once Skull Eagle's out, she called off that jam. So at least smart right there.
5:23, Liquor and Split back up. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we have number 32, Knock Knock. They're actually moving right back there with a change in their jammer line, going away from that 4 jammer rotation to get Knock Knock in for her last time she was in just 3 jams ago.
Yeah, it's going to be probably a quick jam. All kinds of penalties. And that looks like another power jam. Back block assessed on 5:23, Liquor and Split.
Yeah, that's Knock Knock with lead jammer, but it'll be interesting right here. We'll see if Knock Knock learns from her last experience and actually takes these patiently. And it looks like she is. She's not trying to force the issue and gums through. Gets 5 points right there. One of the Bay Area blockers, number 6, Chrissy Yamagachi, going to the box. And Rose doing a great job of setting up the wall, being patient.
Again, with the 2, I see the passive offense working, but looks like they're trying to go active a little bit, but it's taking longer for their jammer to get those scoring passes. However, they're in a comfortable position to just keep pushing it. Yeah,
they are. You know, again, ooh, that's knock going down. I think she's a little lucky there. She has to really kind of keep her feet.
Low block assessed on knock from the outside there. Spoke too soon.
Well, that was interesting. That was actually the outside pack ref making that call right in front of the jam ref. So it looks like people are making calls there. But regardless, that's Liquor and Split coming right back in with Bads through wall right in the back, setting up.
5:23, and Knock's probably going to spend some time in the box. That's probably initial pass. For 5:23, she has 25 points to overcome and 30 seconds to do it. She'll probably put some points on the board, but
yeah, that was number 7. That was Murder Monroe trying to take another kick-out hit. I think Knock's probably going to serve about 45 seconds. You know, Bad Student trying to do their best to actually get in. Get it together, but boy, Slavey Majora going to the box. Knock standing right now.
Rose City doing divide and conquer offense here. Nice one-on-one there from number 6, Chrissy Yamagachi. With 5 more points, it's going to be a 15-point bout.
Jammer penalties. You know, it's I'd be interested to see as you know we saw the jammers. I kind of described as making really good decisions in the first half, staying on the floor. But this is the first bout of the game or of the season, and you know it's one of those things you just can't simulate how tired you get from jamming in practice.
The importance it shows the importance of endurance, to be able to keep your head on as much as your body in case, but your head on in these situations.
And there's our friend Scald Eagle getting hit by Dolly Rocket, number 45, and getting recycled through. Number 10, that is Hucks in with lead jammer.
Nice wall setup there, defensive setup. Bell Right Hooks, Dolly Rocket, and Brawlin' Angel on Scald Eagle.
Yeah, that's an unfun group as we kind of described it, but boy, that's number 50. That is Scald Eagle pushing through, but look, Hucks in, slipping through, getting her 4 points.
That's going to be a 20-point lead for Bay Area. She's probably going to kill some time off the clock to get her skater out, which is very smart thinking.
Yeah, that was actually Slavey Majora. You were yelling that from the bench, and then also the bad pack understanding. I think they bought themselves about 15 seconds there.
One thing I'm seeing Rose City go for is a lot of turnaround hits in the front, and man, they are not connecting. We've seen that so many times. The Bay Area have been able, the jammers have been able to get out on those last line of defense hits for the turnaround hits. It's an interesting thing. It's something I haven't seen a lot of before, but it's not having that much impact. I don't know if they're going to make the switch in this bout, but it's something to come back and look at. It's not having the impact, and man, Bay Area is being able to capitalize. 5:23, Liquor and Split for Rose City.
That's number 21, Lulu Lockjaw. I got to say is that style of blocking doesn't allow a blocker to really re-engage too easily.
Exactly.
And so, you know, it's a fan favorite of some blockers, but it's not allowing them to re-engage. That's number 21, Lulu Lockjaw, pushing her way through for lead jammer. That's a great job of her being patient again.
It's a risk-reward kind of hit. Finally, nice offensive setup, but number 7 gets a forearm for the hit out, but got her out. And
boy, that's Lulu back in for her scoring pass, patient, and look at Liquor Split just sneaking around, getting out for initial pass. Lulu's going to try to pick up some points.
Nice one-on-one defense from 81, Havana Good Time to slow down that jammer and give an opportunity for Liquor to get out.
Boy, and that is Bell Star going down there, but Lulu's still picking up her points. That was a pretty risky hit, I think, by Lulu. She really kind of get a little oomph. That was a legal hit, but you know, with Bell Star going down, that leaves it up to the refs to try to figure out what was going on there.
But I like the impact assessment there. I like the no call on that. I thought that was a good call.
Well, of course I would agree. But I do like to see that. I don't like to see the super solid blockers fall down like that. And it's nothing against her because you will get the calls, but she is one of the best blockers in the nation.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's risk reward. I go for put your money in reward. That's number 50, Scald Eagle in the inside. Lead jammer for Rose City.
And that was number 48, Jammin' Brick Tater for Bad. And that's number 100, Mercy. Just doing such a great job. Just using her size to dictate to her where she wants her to be.
When Rose City have their defense coordinated, they get a lot of work done. Bell right hooks with an offensive attack from the outside there on Mercy.
You know what Mercy did a great job of there is what she did was she actually maintained that outside leverage, making the jammer go all the way around and making the jammer, Brick Tater did a good job of staying in, but a big miss by Brawlin' Angel. I think
she did take out a ref, so, call that what you want. The Scald Eagle navigating, Nick's off the inside, calls it off.
I got to say is I think Brawlin' Angel's actually a little lucky there. I don't think that was that hit was moving forward and kind of got to make. If she would have connected, might have been going to the box. That's 4 points for Rose there. Score right now 145 to Bay Area, 124 to Rose, and it's a 21-point lead. What we're going to see, 3 more jammer trips, and we don't know what's going to happen. So,
the game right now for Rose City, stay on the track. That's it. Patience is a virtue. Stay on the track right now. Hold the line is Bay Area's game right now.
Yeah, and I think it's so true for both of them. Number 32, Knock Knock, jamming for Bay Area. We'll see how Knock Knock performs in his last 10 minutes. It's going to be critical for her to make good decisions and stay on this floor.
Much mayhem. Nice hit, nice impact assessment. Gets around. Nice defense. She gets out, but
looks like Knock Knock has lead jammer, and they're asking her to keep going here.
Cut track assessed on 1889, Bell Star.
Looks like Knock Knock's calling it off, picking up 3 points, which was 1 on the floor, 2 in the box.
Yep. And if Bay Area can keep their numbers out there and keep that lead jammer going, they will have control over the last 6 minutes of this bout. And right now, the advantage is heavily on them with a 4-2 pack advantage. At a certain point, they're going to want to start running the clock.
Yeah, and you were saying earlier in the game is that that 20-point lead minus a power jump is a very, very big lead. So we'll see. That's number 10. That's Huck Sin. They're jamming for Bay Area.
That's number 50, Scald Eagle, with an almost very detrimental direction of play. Yeah. But speaking of direction of play,
it looks like Huck Sin, number 10, is picking it up as Mercy goes to the box for a direction of play. She really was trying to keep her in there, but.
Finally muscles around on the inside. Again, composure when you are down. Quickest scoring pass ever.
Yeah, that was, it looks like Brawlin' Angel's going to go to the box for a major pack destruction. Bad was trying to pick up the pace there. Yes, again at home, shotgun a beer, Rod Lobster at the center of the track. A little disappointed in the new coach of Bay Area, Adam Collider. He's not even stepped on it. I tried to teach him well. Clearly, he's comfortable not yelling at refs all the time. Maybe that's a good thing.
When Rob Lobster goes out there, you go out there with him. You hold out your arms.
I know. It's I got to say, it's probably a better way of going about is not flushing the refs constantly by yelling at him. I don't know if I couldn't figure that out in 4 years. Jam starts at number 21. That is Lulu Lockjaw coming around and looks like she's going to be picking up lead jammer pretty quickly for the Bay Area Derby Girls.
5:23 liquor and split, getting some great defensive action from Bay Area there. Bell right hooks with the block, and we have a forearm call on liquor and split power jam, and I'm sorry, it's going to take a miracle for Rose City to turn this round.
Wow, that was interesting. Lulu did not recognize that was a jammer major. Called it off there, but looks like that was an official timeout by Rob Lobster. He's going to review that, huh?
I think that's a great review. This much time in the bout, it's a power jam, and interesting impact assessment there. So, which I didn't have great eyes on it, but it was a call you don't normally see on a jammer in that situation. So worth bringing the refs together for it. They can make or break the rest of the game. If they can get their jammer back out there, they have a possibility. But with this much time on the clock, 4:09, a 30-point deficit with such a tight nickel and dime game, power jams notwithstanding, it's still going to be tough unless Bay Area do Rose City the wonderful favor of giving them a power jam.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, I think we saw that out of that jam ref in the first half against Huck Sin, where it was like one of those. I'm just a believer is that's a kind of impact I don't always like to see. I know probably people are either agreeing with me or screaming at me at home, but it's one of those things where I'd love to see liquor and split still be on the floor. Let's see what happens here. I'm a little nervous this might be the game.
Yeah, I am too. The odds aren't favoring it. Now, blah, blah, blah. We've seen big turnarounds before. Blah, blah, blah. Anything can happen. Blah, blah, blah for you at home who appreciate a diplomat. But With the course of this game so far, I honestly, it's going to take a power jam.
Oh, well, that's where we're at for, you know, it really will take a power jam. I mean, both teams are transitioning too well to pick up, you know, 10 or 15 points, 10 or 15 natural Grand Slam points in a jam.
And we haven't seen a Bay Area jammer go to the penalty box in a while. We're going to check in with Louis Armstrong here. Take it away, Louis.
Wheels of Justice game. Takes it easy, takes a deep breath. And Louis, what do you got for us?
Rose City has called an official review here on that forearm call. We are waiting for a result.
Yep, we called it.
And then by the looks of Rob Lobster, you know, clearly he's not going to get his way there.
Nope.
It's an interesting call on it. You know, I got to agree with Rob right there. It's the one that I don't always like.
Yeah, but it's a tough one to get a review on because, you know, when it comes from the ref whose eyes on it, it's really hard to overturn that call. You have to have 2 or 3 refs that saw something different from every different angle to have eyes on it. So it's really difficult to get a call like that overturned. Power jam, Bay Area, we can expect their blockers to stand still with the 2-person. It's going to be a great opportunity to run up
go
points.
with every power jam. Louis, what do you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, the call will stand.
You know, it's really interesting, as I would say, is that what Rob Lobster was doing, jamming for bad is going to be number 48, Brick Tater. But what Rob Lobster was also doing is kind of taking a little bit of a break, letting his team at least take a breath. That's a really great use of a official review as well.
Yeah.
But then, you know, also going to the defense of his players, you know, believes he's right. And you as a coach, that's what they want to see.
Well, they got 3 timeouts left on the board. Well, number 48 there, Brick Tater, lead jammer.
Yeah, and what I don't like is that in this passive offense, you cannot be going backwards. It really is one of those things that shrinks the track. And Brick Tater with 5 points. So it's one of those things where, you know, I'd like to see Bell Star right here not moving back, because what are they going to do? They're going to reform this. But, oh, here comes Mercy here saying, hello, how do you do?
Nice hit out from Tilla Devour, cycling her back. You know, Bay Area could have picked off Mercy in a go, or somebody there.
Yeah, it's, well, I would like to pick off somebody else in that.
Yeah, I know. Not the best choice, but she was just behind. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're seeing again, it's interesting. Bellstar's running this pack for Rose as one of the newest members, and, you know, she's really shrinking that track for the blocker, or for the jammer, excuse me. And that is Brick Tater, looks like, you know, pushing,
yeah.
picking up another 5 points, which I've been impressed with Brick Tater. She's been really patient. When we talk about this as a jammers, this is an opportunity not to score points. This is an opportunity to, you know, stay on the floor and win this game.
All right, now they got a slow, focused wall here. Looks like Liquor and Split is back, and we have a penalty. We have a power jam. I mean, it's a huge deficit in the amount of time.
Oh no, that
left.
actually is not a power jam.
Oh.
That is actually that was a call out number 381 in the major forum, but Brick Tater calls that off. I think she just picked up another 15 points. Did it really patient? 19 points. But was patient about it, and that's going to be great for Bay Area. This is you know, quickly turning into what, a 50-point lead here.
Yeah, it's the passive offense. It's the standing still. It's the power jam game.
It's one of those things. And Lobster's calling a timeout. I was about to say it's interesting that Lobster was not calling a timeout. Which is a huge disadvantage with where these benches are as well. There's not a single ref looking at the benches here. So with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, looks like Barry has a pretty commanding 50-point lead.
Well, I mean, what do you do right now? You stop the bleeding. So this is not about winning the bout anymore, G-Money. This is about impact. So that 50-point line is where the impact from the two teams of comparable style playing each other come into weight.
Wow.
So Rose City need to keep it below the 50-point line to keep it a closer bout to have less impact on their standings. If Bay Area push it more, as even huger impact, it's going to probably drop Rose City several spots and probably into the next division. They really have to bring this back and at least keep it close to stay within division, or with the other bouts the rest of the season, be able to climb up a little bit. So it's not about winning anymore with the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds unless a miracle happens. It's about cutting that lead.
Yeah, it's interesting. For bad number 32, Knock Knock is going to be jamming for them.
With a 4-2 blocker advantage, and number 50, Scald Eagle.
You know, I got to say, though, is that, Knock Knock, it's one of those things traditionally, though, she is a bull in a china shop. And one of those things is that, this is one of those situations where I don't know if Rose could come back, but, if Knock Knock is not patient here, she could really give him that opportunity. But Knock Knock traditionally just pushes that forward. It's getting the signal to keep this sucker running. And with 2 minutes left in this game, has lead jammer.
Now I'm looking forward to the bench play on this. It might be worth Bay Area to match points and run the clock 2 minutes. You can keep that lead up there and it really have you with good impact on your standings. Or are they going to hit it and quit it and just reset for the next one? I kind of like pushing it, especially with the blocker advantage.
Yeah, what they're doing right now is they're really getting this pack up to speed. Skull picks up a couple of those points. I think it's going to be, wow. Skull picked up her 2 points, and Knock Knock picks up 0 points, so it'll be very interesting. This is
Quick team and timeout there. Surprise, surprise. Rob Lobster, he made sure the referee saw he was calling timeout.
How did he do that if I was drinking at home?
If you were drinking at home and did not want to make sure you were driving anywhere else tonight, you would take something, maybe some delicious PBR every time Rob Lobster ran in the middle.
He did tell me that if you went out in the middle twice in the 32nd point, you had to shotgun your beer. So I don't think anybody's shotgun yet, but I think he's really scared the heck out of some people at home.
I think he's going to go with the refs.
I got to appreciate Rob Lobster, with even that big of a lead, a minute and a half left, still working on the refs, trying to make sure that, he's going to bat for his skaters, which clearly, if you know any of my history, I'm a big fan of.
Well, smart use of the timeouts, too. You're saving them to the end. You see a lot of coaches, and it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, just whittle that 30 seconds between jams off. It's killing time off the clock. It's just so dangerous. You want to take whatever advantages you can, and getting lead jammer is one of them.
Yeah, that's one of those things that people at home always think it's so darn easy to hold on to your timeouts when your whole team is asking for a timeout.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I learned. It took me a while to learn, but you got to hold on to your timeouts. Rose has done a good job. Ad actually still has their timeouts.
Well, they haven't needed them.
No.
Liquor and Split gets out, lead jammer.
And Hudson is right behind her. So we'll see how this is playing. It'd be interesting to see if they run this score out, which might be to their advantage.
Well, right now, Rose City need to get together. Mercy's doing a great job trying to slow down. Again, remember, it's that 50-point threshold, so if they can, no, they give it up. So they give up the lead jammer advantage, so it's 0-0 on that one. So still 48 points. This is kind of a different bout here, G-Money.
This is crazy. I never thought that this would really matter a lot, but this is going to come down to Rose maintaining that 2-point advantage over there. I talked to Rob Lobster the other day, and I don't know if they have too many other high-ranked games coming up, so it's difficult playing other teams as well. But we'll see how this all shakes out here.
Scald Eagle up at the line, number 50. We have all 4 Rose City blockers on the track. What's that like?
I'm so jealous right there, because I would have been pulling one of those be cool as Rob Lobster out there, hang out with him. But I got to appreciate it. Got my hats off to the new Bay Area coach, Adam Kleider, doing a great job running the bench, keeping things calm.
I just got it.
But
it's science. That's a great name.
But I got to say is, in reflecting, I don't know if constantly yelling at a ref is the greatest thing all the time. It's within my DNA, but it's not always a great thing. So Kleider's done a great job of staying with his team, keeping everybody focused. On the line, we have 21 Lulu Lockjaw jamming for the Bay Area Derby girls.
4-3 blocker advantage. Now it's about Scald Eagle getting lead and getting some passes just to at least kill the damage here. We got everybody standing. Oh, we got half the. We got a lot of people standing here. Not everybody.
That was a really interesting alignment by Scald Eagle with the lead jammer, Lulu Lockjaw, still working at the back at number 21, seeing if they could get her out. Bell Ride playing some great, and Lulu just pushing her way through.
Great offensive transition from Bay Area. Great reset to defense from Rose City, and we have a cut track penalty on Lulu Lockjaw.
That was a forearm, actually.
Oh, forearm? Okay. I saw the hands go across, so many things that could be. Inside pass around 5-5.
So we have 30 minutes left in this period, a minute and 20 left in this jam. Looks like Rose is going to come out here. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick up enough points, but we're really going to be able to have the opportunity to close this.
Nice hit to the outside. She almost came fully back in, which would have cost her a cut. Looks like penalty assessed on 16-19 Bella right hooks there.
So there's going to be 3 bad blockers out there. Dolly Rocket, doing a great job of transferring in here and kind of flowing right back into this team, which was great for her. Great new start for her as a blocker here.
She's a good skater.
Yeah, it's Skull Eagle coming back around, and what do you know? Like working for some points here.
Looks like Rose doing a good job of trying to slow down, pick one off, at least keep the hitting slow. And Scald Eagle navigating one blocker at a time. There goes the offensive screen on the outside.
Looks like number 505, Shannon Dorado, is looking to try to get that back block. Lulu Lockjaw is out of the pack. Sneaking out of the box there and just slipping through.
That was a good no call. That was all booty impact there.
I completely and totally agree. Looks like Bad is looking for that call against Skull Eagle, not getting it. Probably to their advantage to stay on their feet, keep playing roller derby, and let this game bleed out. Nice
defensive reset there. They're just going to run the time. They call it 4 more points. Well, Rose City bring it back within 30. So that really does a good job of minimizing the impact of this loss on their standing. It's not going to be as damaging as that 50 points would have been. So good on them for that.